Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and this is Ordinary Plant Girl. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video, and if you are returning, thank you so much for spending more of your time with me. Today is going to be my October plant chores video. I've decided that I'll probably just add one plant chore video in the month, and it's either going to showcase what I've done over the course of that day, or it could showcase what I've done over the course of the time up to me posting this video. Anyway, it is time for the October plant chores. I do have a list of things to do. I don't know how much of it I'm going to get through, but one of the primary things that I wanted to do was separate a mixed pot that I got as a gift over Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving over here in Canada is in October. We've already been through it, and I received a plant gift. So it has 3 plants in it, and what I need to do is separate those plants out. As much as I wish that I could continue to have them in the same pot, for me it's not feasible. Let's get to separating that pot out. Here we are, and probably the only thing that you're going to see me put in terracotta. Okay, so we're gonna have to deconstruct this. So this is cute. I'm gonna have to keep this in something. But okay, so you can see here, let's zoom you in a little bit. Actually, I guess I can do that in editing. So you can see here that we have this, which I believe is a type of peperomia. I did try to Google it, but I didn't try overly hard. This is a Peperomia obtusifolia. And then the dreaded for me, croton. And we take this little thing out, and it was the indoor, oh come on, the indoor fall planter. So I'm okay with that. So because I am separating the peperomia I'm going to put into cactus soil, because that's the only way my peperomias have survived. And this one has already just kind of come right out, except that it's attached to this trailing one. So if I look at it, and it's still damp. I got this almost a week ago, and it's still damp, but you can see right there. See, this is how I kill peperomias. There's already rot crawling up the stem. Now, that being said, I did not water this. This is still damp from when I got it. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to save this portion. Maybe I'll try and propagate it. I don't know much about propagating peperomias though. I'm not sure. It's such a beautiful plant though, and I can never grow it. So now that actually doesn't make me feel too good about the rest of the peperomia situation. Well, the obtusifolia anyway. So let's just get this out of here. So what was I saying? Oh yes, so I have been putting my peperomias in cactus soil. Like, this soil is so dense. And I know it's like super peaty, but this is why I put my peperomias in cactus soil. Because otherwise, I can't even find the root system here. It's just gonna do that and rot. It's like mud. And even though I'm hoping I don't break any... Is that a piece of the stem? It is too, and that rotted off too. Okay. See, if I hadn't have done this, it wouldn't have taken very much longer before this was just dead. And I mean, in reality, it could still possibly die. It's just maybe not going to die as quick as it would have if I left it. So I'm going to get as much dirt off as possible. Give it a rinse. Okay, so there's actually only these two peperomia obtusifolias. This one did have a portion of the stem rotting, or I should say does have. Same with this one, so I'm gonna have to rinse both of those off and see where we're at. In the meantime, let's check. It's probably easiest if I get the croton out first, and then I can just deal with the other plant in there. Uh-oh. Okay, hang on. And I love the colors of the croton. Absolutely. For me, over the many years and the different varieties I've had, they've just been, oh, okay, it's in a plug. They seem to be high light plants. I mean, back then I didn't actually know that it was that is so wet. I didn't actually know that it was a highlight plant. But now, my other highlight plants have the, I don't want to say seniority. What's the word I'm looking for? They have the primary real estate when it comes to light. So, I mean, out of all the crotons, this is the one that I like. So maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll give it a go. Maybe I'll see how it goes. Okay, so since this one is in a plug, I mean, it does have lots of like nice white roots though. So that's always a bonus. And I mean, I don't like plugs. I've heard mixed reviews on, you know, plugs and the whole situation, and you know, I've used them myself when seed starting for my garden outside. Oh, I'm super nasally. I've used them to start my outdoor seeds, and I just find that when I find them in a house plant, my experience has just been that it deteriorates, and every plant that I have had that I left in the plug did not survive. I mean, as far as it goes, all I really do is pull the mesh off. It makes me feel better, so that's what is going to be done. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with this too much. I got it out of there. I did break a few roots, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're gonna put that one right over there. And then we're going to deal with this one. Oh, with this one. And I'm hoping, because this is a succulent plant as well. And I am going to put this in its own pot as well. Oh, I'm going to propagate this piece that just broke off. We're going to see how this, so like that is a lot of dirt, unnecessary dirt, unnecessary soil, I should say, for the amount of plants in there. Like the root system definitely did not need that. Okay, so this plant has got some really fine roots. They, from the most part, from what I can see, I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure. I just can't tell if those ones are rotten or not. Some super fine roots up at the top there. So I don't want to, crash, boom, bang from upstairs. I don't want to do too much damage to this. And I will be putting in a cactus soil, so, and a terracotta pot. So hopefully that will get wicked out. And see, here's, I don't know. Yes, I could put some cactus soil in there for sure. All right, what are we at here? Okay. My camera might shut itself off because I've just got my 8 gig memory card in there. I need to switch it out for my 128. But like I said, I'm not going to mess with that too much. I'm just going to at least get this one and this one into pots. But see, yeah, the croton should go in this one, shouldn't it? You know what? I'm not even sure. I can't even remember the watering habits for it, but we'll just worry about that later. This one is probably better. Is probably better off in the bigger one anyway. Okay. All right. Does the croton need cactus soil? We don't know. This one will definitely need cactus soil. Okay. Where did I put it? Okay, the cactus soil I am using today is just from Garden Works. It is their premium cactus and succulent soil. Usually I just use a ProMix, but I was in the store and I needed cactus soil. I know that my daughter has some cactus soil for me as well, but I just bought this because I was there, and I don't even think it wasn't even for this plant. It was for something else that I can't remember right now. But we are going to use this. I don't add anything extra to it. I'm not big on amending. Cactus soil, I don't know how many of you are into all of that. It's going to be hard to backfill this front part. Maybe I should do this. Okay. Can you even see what I'm doing? I don't even know. Okay. I know it seems a little shallow, but I want it that way because then some of these overhanging vines might be able to actually root themselves into the soil and just make the plant situation here stronger, which is what I'm hoping for. Is this broken? At some point it was. So these days I'm trying to stay ahead with my content, at least by a couple of weeks. If I could be at least a month ahead, that would be amazing. But so far, I'm trying to stay a couple of weeks ahead, and it's going okay. On the day that I'm filming this, it is a Friday, so I did just have my September plant haul video go live today, and I have another video that is scheduled for next week, and this one will be after that. So I told myself that by the end of the year I wanted to get a handle on staying ahead of the content so that I didn't feel overwhelmed. And in most cases I don't feel overwhelmed. I'm okay. I'm usually the type of person that kind of films things on a whim, if you didn't know that already. But my goal for the coming year is to improve the type of content that I give you guys. So I'm trying to find that fit. Now, hopefully it all works out, because I do love doing this. I do love showing you guys my plants, talking about the plants and everything. Okay, so there is this little guy. It actually looks really, really cute. I actually really like it. I do. That doesn't mean it's gonna live very long, but I really do like it. Okay, so we're gonna put you over here for now. And then we're gonna get to work on the croton before I gotta switch out cameras. So I am gonna put it just in this little pot. Better safe than sorry. Where's my shovel? There it is. I would rather have it be too dry than too damp, which it is right now. And I am thinking that if all of these were in together, that the watering habits would be close to the same. I do think that a croton needs more water than a peperomia. I don't know. Because in the past, whenever I've owned a croton, I didn't do anything specific. I just pretty much did what the instructions said, and still said bright indirect light when they need highlight in order to survive. And I don't even remember what the watering instructions were. I would just water it when it was dry, but it would always just kind of die on me, lose its coloring, and it would lose its coloring because it wasn't in highlight. Okay, so this is still a little bit higher than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. there is the croton. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna switch out my memory card and I'm gonna check on propagation for this. I'm not sure if I can put it in moss or perlite or water, but we're gonna figure it out. So I will be back in 2 shakes. Okay, so I'm back. And here's where we're at. I did look up propagation. Everything I read pretty much said directly in soil or water. We know how well that works for me, so what I did was I grabbed just my trusty little perlite vessel here, and this used to have my Syngonium wendlandii cuttings in it because I restarted that plant. And I took them out of there recently, and now we are just going to use, we're just going to use that with a mixture of moss. That's it. That's what I'm doing. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then that's unfortunate, because I would really love to have a Peperomia obtusifolia that survived. So, okay, what we've got right here is our little, whatever this was, Peperomia, the trailing one. I would at least, I think anyway, it's a Peperomia. I really need to find out. Just all the pictures that I looked at did not look like this, and unfortunately I'm going to have to. I actually don't think that this one is going to survive because it is severely dehydrated right now. I don't think that that one's going to survive, but we'll put it in there anyway. Now, this little guy I had actually put in there just the other day. Focus, there we go. I had put this one in there just the other day, and it actually looks much better. And you won't be able to see it on camera, but it does have a few little fine roots on it. So I'm just gonna pluck that one back in there. And same thing though, I'm just gonna cut off okay, we're not gonna, it's too tiny. We're just gonna pull this one off. And I pulled off the rooted end. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that just sucked. Now I gotta start that over. It had roots and I just literally murdered it. Okay. This little guy right here, we're gonna stick right in here as well. Now, this one, because it's got that stem rot right there, I am going to have to cut this one. And the rot is actually reaching the nodes on this side. What am I looking for right now? A bigger pair of scissors. Okay. Now the inside actually looks pretty good. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this leaf off. It's starting to get easier for me to chop things up now. It used to be a really hard thing for me to do. Okay, can we put you... And yes, as you can see, I'm putting it in here in all its glory. I will pack some more moss around that once I get it situated. Maybe I should move these little guys over into this corner. Okay, Now, this here, so I know that there is stem rot right around here, and I can't see enough of where to cut. Executive decision. See, this thick stem piece right here has got roots. It's got a nice healthy set of roots down here. So I think the best thing for me to do, probably not the best, but at least now I can see more of where the rot is and get rid of that if I can. Okay, so the rot, okay, so now I've cut the rot away. So I've cut the rot away, and you can see in the end there, that's all clean, fresh tissue. Now, this root system is very small, but I don't need to reroot this part. So I actually think if I have, I don't have another small terracotta pot, I don't think. Go figure. I guess I got rid of most of them. This one I'm going to pot up on its own into a small pot if I can find one. I'm going to try and locate a small terracotta pot. Now for this, oh, this has got rot right up in there, so another propagation. So this one here will be another propagation, so I'm going to stick that in here with these guys. Now, can you propagate from a leaf? I don't think so. I don't remember. But there are no nodes there. Oh, but there is a root. Huh. Okay. Is that a root? It is a root. Okay, so if you can see, probably not. What angle am I going for here? Okay. If you can see right here, that's a root that's attached to this leaf. So I am going to cut all this nastiness off. There is another root right underneath, which I think I just chopped off. I did. There's still that one, and I'm going to put that into our little propagation vessel. Okay, so now that that's done, my water bottle. Oh, I need to put some more moss in and around this one. So since I do have so much more success with moss, I do in perlite too. I really do. Perlite propagation works for me as long as my vessel is open. I can't use a perlite prop box I'm just not experienced enough. Oh, that was the root of something. I'm not experienced enough to be able to do it without my cuttings rotting. So when it comes to a prop box situation, it's always moss. And I will use perlite open like this. I have also been getting more into using a mixture of perlite and moss in my propagations. So I'm just going to wet the moss down. Now the perlite underneath is still relatively damp from my last propagation, so I'm not overly concerned. And because this is a peperomia, I'm also not overly concerned with keeping it too damp. Because like I said, with my luck, it'll just die. So in here, oh, it's pretty loose. Okay, hang on. I don't want it to be too packed in there, but I need it to be tight enough. Okay, so there we go. There are my current propagations of the peperomias. Again, I think the other one's a peperomia. And I will put that someplace well lit to take care of. Now I'm going to attempt to see if I can find a small terracotta pot for that little guy. Okay, leave it to me to have pretty much gotten rid of or painted over all my small terracotta pots. So we're going with plastic, still using cactus soil, and hope for the best. Wait, where did I put my cactus soil? Okay, so that is the Peperomia obtusifolia. I have now potted all of them up. We've got the Peperomia obtusifolia that I'm hoping survives. We have got the dreaded, but yet oh so beautiful, Croton. We have got the whatever this is. Whatever this is, I have no idea. All I know is it gets treated like a succulent because it is succulent-like. And the propagations. Okay. Well, that is it. I'm gonna water these guys in, give them a rinse off, and that is it for the plant chores for today. That is it for me. I hope you are all safe and well. Please like and consider subscribing to my channel. That would really help me out. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.